What's up guys, and welcome to the first ever episode of the First Look series. Now I've gotten tons of questions asking me to talk about the specs of motorcycles in my first ride videos, but since those videos were made so I can give you guys my first experience with the bike, I decided to try out a new series where I show you guys the specs of the bike so you can check it out. With that being said, let's check out the spec breakdown of Suzuki's 2017 GSX-R-1000. There are a couple different models that Suzuki brought with the GSX-R this year. They include a stock model, an ABS model, and a race spec R model. The one we're going to be looking at today is the ABS model that comes in this vibrant red, you know, because I got a thing for red. Now powering this thing is the quote-unquote all-new 999.8, now don't forget the 0.8, cc inline-4 engine that's supposed to give higher top-end power without sacrificing power to the mid and low rev ranges. The way this was done was by making adjustments to the variable valve timing system in the ride-by-wire throttle bodies. So the frame is also 10% lighter and more compact, which should translate into more nimble handling and a higher level of grip when you're cornering. For suspension, Suzuki's going with a combo of a Showa big piston front fork and rear shock along with a 322mm dual front rotors and Brembo monoblock calipers, so the handling should be rock solid and it should stop on a dime, because you guys know how I've been feeling about those Brembos lately. I feel like all the big boy bikes these days have to come equipped with some sort of tech, and the GSX-R-1000 is no different. So Suzuki took some info from MotoGP and fitted the bike with an IMU that provides 6 direction, 3-axis, motion, and position information to the ECM for instant adjustments that can be made to the engine and chassis to increase the performance on the fly. The bike also comes with a new 10-mode motion, track, traction control system, I dare you to say it 5 times fast. Paired with the IMU influence, that should increase the rider's confidence by being able to actively adjust the amount of intervention to match the rider's ability and surface conditions. The LCD panel was supposedly inspired by the GSX-R MotoGP dash. Now the bike I was shooting on didn't have the battery installed yet, so I wasn't able to get a shot of this, but Suzuki says they've laid it out to make it easier for the rider to see the tach, speedo, and other essential info. We'll have to see it when I actually do a first ride on this bike. This new GSX-R is also coming with 3 modes that are newly tuned for this model. These modes are mostly giving the rider a choice of what percentage of the engine they want to have at the turn of their wrist. Something really interesting this bike also has on the electrical side is a low RPM assist system. What it does is smooth takeoffs and reduces the chances of the rider stalling the motorcycle. This even comes into play when the bike is moving very slowly. I do find it odd that they added this on a 1000cc bike. It might just be my opinion, but if you don't know how to control your throttle and clutch at a low RPM situation, then you probably don't have any business being on a 1000cc bike anyway. I am really excited to do a first ride on this bike because of the new ride-by-wire electric throttle bodies. This controls the throttle valves with a servo motor, which should enable the bike to have a faster response to the throttle input and make the ride way less choppy. And of course, how could we do a video on the new GSX-R without talking about the new bodywork? The GSX-R is another one of those bikes that gets stuck in a style for way too long, so it's good to see a change. The thinner front light makes the entire bike look slimmer and more aerodynamic, and I personally like the way it looks. I will say the headlight does give me a little EBR feel. Hashtag RIP. And finally, the bike, brand new with ABS, is going to cost you just about $15K, which is comparable to its classmates. To get yourself a 2017 ZX-10 with ABS is going to cost you around 16 grand, so you are not looking at a cheap brand new bike. And guys and gals, that is it for the spec breakdown of the 2017 GSX-R-1000 from Suzuki. If this video helped you out, do me a favor and hit that like button, and let me know what you thought about this style of video in the comments. If you guys enjoy them, I'll keep making them. I'll see you guys on the first ride of this thing. I'm Chaseontwowheels, and I will see you guys on the next one. Later.